Welcome to all the jaguar enthusiasts, especially XKs. Okay, so I've had some family here from the UK over the last week, so I've not really been able to do much to the car, obviously having guests. But I've just done the side light patch. I've done part of it. Amir, the guy that helps me out, is not here. He's having some time off. But just to show you what I'm up to, and a few other things. I've taken part of the sill out so I can see what I need to cut out for the new pieces. Yeah, so I'm a great believer, if I can, in reusing stuff. I'm keen on the environment just like everybody else. I mean, I breathe air and it's nice, we have a nice environment, but I tend to recycle stuff because I don't like waste. I don't like things going to waste. So this piece here is actually the old bonnet from that little toy Land Rover, and I made it out of metal originally, and then realised the aluminium was easier to bend and shape, and it looks much better. So rather than waste it, I've used it. You can still see the green paint when I show you the patch. So what I'm going to do now is I'll pick up the video. Excuse me, just have my tea. I'll pick up the video, the camera, and I'll show you the bits that I've done and give you a few tips. But please remember, I'm a amateur restorer. I do it for the love of the cars and enjoyment, and I'm not a professional restorer, but I'm fairly sure I'm doing it as well as equally as well as they are. But they probably do it a bit quicker because they're doing it full time and they have more equipment, and but what they charge is quite high. So anyway, like I say, I'll pick up the video and I'll show you. Nothing like a good cup of tea. Right, so here we go. So just to show you, like I said, that's the original. So what I did was here, I'll go through this in a quick process. It's pretty basic. And this is what we call CAD, which is not computer aided design, it's cardboard aided design. And the piece I needed to fit in was this piece that was rotten here underneath inside the wing, which was on the side light pod. In this particular case I used a bit of fine sandpaper because I needed to shape it and bend it slightly to the curvature of the wing. You know, I need to put a bend in it. But you know, the stuff that you get in shirts, in brand new shirts, that thin cardboard, that's perfect for that. And as you can see, what I did was I didn't use that because it was damaged. So I offered this paper up and a flat sheet against the hole that I'd cut, and then marked round it, as you can see there, and then took that piece out. So that was the start of it. So now, just to show you what I've been up to. So you can see there, I've already made the first part of it. You can see there's the green from the original. So what I've done now is, as you can see, there's the spot welds, and you can see how I've done them a distance apart from each other, and obviously they're perfectly flush. You can see this isn't too much of a problem on this one because the side light cover is going to go over it, but still you should try and get it as nice as you can. And you can see the spot welds, and these clips here are perfect because they fit perfectly and give you the exact gap you need. One of the little tips I can give you is this is what they call, I don't know if you can see the end of that MIG gun. You see those two little legs on it? That gives you, if you're not a professional welder, or you do it part-time, it's all about practice. And you can see there, if I can get down, that gives you the perfect standoff and the perfect amount of gas shroud round it. Okay, so this is what they're made for, these things. They're for doing spot welds or puddle welds, and they're perfect for this. And you can see how the welds look there. Yeah. Now on this side, I've done this not on purpose, but just to show you. Now you can see that the gap there is the same all the way down. It's perfect for this size of metal. And you can see there the gap was just a little bit bigger. And what tends to happen is, if you've got that, it'll tend to burn it, because if you go inside on, you'll catch it the edge of the metal. So here what you normally have to do is kind of build a bridge. Obviously when this is finished and the car is on the rotisserie, I'll turn it upside down and re-weld the back as well. So it's a perfect flush face, and then linish it up, clean it up and linish it up. But you can see there how the panel's going to go. There's a little bit of a hole because that's where the spot weld cutter went into it and so on, but you can see it's flush. And with this, what you can do is you can start off, this started off down here, and what you can do is you can bring these down and then tack them in place, and then and so you can bend it. But I pre-bent this on I have one of these sandbags. They're excellent bit of kit, and you use obviously especially on the sand in these things. They're quite heavy, but you can bend this to basically whatever shape you want, and then you can hammer it out what you want. I have got quite a lot of equipment, bits and pieces, specialised equipment, but you know, I'm doing quite a few restorations, not commercially for myself, but so I bought them. I mean, for instance, this over here, which is a plasma cutter, you can see, but this is a kind of pro plasma cutter. This will cut nearly 1/2 inch thick steel, which I don't need, but I do a lot of sculpture work for my wife, you know, for a garden and that, so it's good for stainless steel and alloy and all kinds of stuff. You couldn't do it with an oxyacetylene, it'll just explode on you. Polished stainless steel or stainless steel. So yeah, anyway, going back to the car. So yeah, just a few little tips there to show you. Now there are quite a few different types of clips. There's this style clip, which if I come underneath, I haven't got the you might just be able to see them. In fact, what I'm going to do, I know that the torch is definitely around here because I had it. Oh, the torch, it seems to be a constant bugbear, this torch. There it is. Okay. So, you can see here, you can see how the clips fit on. Okay, and you can see the weld penetrated through there. The next job will be, once this is completely done and completely finished, I'll take this as the piece I took out because it was rusted, and you see where these dimples are here. Obviously this would be I'll take this light out now because it's too much. I'll put it on there. See where this dimple is? That would be quite hard to rebuild this. It's raised that section. So there are a few dimples there where the rust has gone through. So what I'll do is I'll weld these, even though it'll never be seen. I'll weld these to give it the thickness it needs, and then linish them back so it rebuilds the steel up. But there are quite a few different techniques. There are, you know, if you want to hold metal in place like this, you can use the magnet type. You can. The nice thing about these ones is it draws the two pieces of metal perfectly together on either side. Very clever little gadget. You see there's one there. You see how they work. You just slide that in, and then you've got this type, which is is called a Clico clip. There's one here which is the one where you can use quite high pressure so you have to use this tool here to open them. So you can, you know, basically hold it, and then you just release the tool there. And with this one, if I can actually pick it up with one hand, which I probably cannot, or maybe I can, I don't know. Oh, look at that. And you can see there, as I push down on the spring, it opens that, and so it makes it flatter, and as it pulls back up it tightens into the hole. So the hole has to be the right size, so you have to drill through the two pieces of metal and then offer it into the hole and then release it, and it spring holds it. So there's many different types. This is only just some of them. You know, so the next one will be is I'll now cut all this back, and I'll make a new piece of metal to go in there and do exactly the same system, the same thing. Fortunately, most of it's surface rust. The brown stuff, this stuff you can see, is a rust preventer or a rust eater. And when you spray it on, I think I've got a can here somewhere. This, you won't get this. This is from Germany, but Brunox, and it's just a rust stop. And what it does is when it hits the rust, it makes it go purple. so you can see what needs to be cleaned up. I mean, obviously this is going to be cleaned up completely. None of this will be on it.